This is your math gal, Julie Harland. Please visit my website at yourmathgal.com, where all of my videos are organized by topic. Alright, draw each angle in standard position and state the exact value in radians. Alright, so we're doing the arc sine, which is the same as the inverse sine. Negative square roots of 2 over 2. So we're looking for an angle in between negative pi over 2 and pi over 2, where the sine is negative square roots of 2 over 2. Hopefully you recognize that as the 45-degree angle. That's the reference angle anyway. So it's down here in, since it's negative, it's going to be in quadrant 4. That's where the terminal side of the angle is, right? But you have to show that it's going in this direction. Now if you want to show what the sides might be, actually the x and y values would be, remember you could write this as 1, negative 1, square roots of 2. Remember that really represents this order pair, this y value here. 1, negative 1 is that one of the order pairs that goes through, and you can see that the sine of this angle would be negative 1 over square roots of 2, which is the same as negative square roots of 2 over 2. So that's the first one. Now we're doing arc cos of negative square roots of 3 over 2, and remember the inverse cosine, or the arc cosine, is defined in between 0 and pi. So that's going to be a positive angle, and since the cosine is negative, it must be over here in quadrant 2, the angle, where the x coordinate would be negative square roots of 3 and the radius would be 2. So that looks like that's going to be about right here. Hopefully you recognize that as a 30, 60, 90 triangle if you were going to drop that triangle. But this is the angle. So look carefully how I'm drawing the angles. If you want to drop again the sides here, you could think of that as that's the x coordinate for this point right here, right? And the y coordinate and the radius if you did also look at the triangle. Alright, so now let's write down the actual answers for each of these. For the first one, I'm going to write this in radians. Okay, so that you have to recognize this is the 45-degree angle or the pi over 2 angle, but it's in the negative direction, so it's negative, I'm saying pi over 4. I think I said pi over 2, I meant pi over 4, so it's negative pi over 4. It's a negative angle. And this one, all right, let's see. All the way to here is pi. That's going to be 5 pi over 6. If you first want to think of it in terms of degrees and then convert to radians, that's fine. You should get 5 pi over 6. This is your math gal, Julie Harland. Please visit my website at yourmathgal.com, where all of my videos are organized by topic.